today we're doing a full walkthrough of our latest offset, the Element. Element is a 90-gallon smoker, and what that means is a 90 US gallon cook chamber. The firebox is actually about 50-odd gallon. It's an extended firebox. And the reason we've actually done this specifically, it's 24 inches across on the firebox, 24 along there, 48 long. I believe there's about 30 inches long on the firebox. And the reason we've extended the firebox so long is, as standard, we would recommend using about 12-inch splits in there. But due to that extra length, you can use full-size 16-inch splits, which gives you really, really long burn times. I'd say on average, you're estimating about 45 minutes between refueling of new splits. So it's a really, really nice pit to have in the back garden. You're not constantly having to maintain this or fiddle about with any vents. It does just run really nicely. So let's dive straight into the features and specs and what makes this the ultimate entry-level smoker. I say entry-level, it is awesome. 400 kilos of all 6mm steel. So let's dive in. Let's start from the firebox end. So on this particular version, what we've got is a fully sealed version of the Element. We do have an openable top lid option for those that want to do direct grilling. Also has an insertable plancher in there. And on this, really nice hinges, doors, all 8mm down here. Got the interior, you can see there, that's the non-insulated version. We do have a semi-insulated and a fully insulated option available should you want those. These pits just absolutely draw like crazy. We've also got the notch system there on the door just to help you lock in your preferred settings. Just cooking some chicken quarters at the moment. These are our 6mm laser cut grates. We much prefer these to the sort of standard mesh grates. They're a lot easier to clean. You don't have to use those horrible wire brushes, and just overall just way more heavy duty. So one really unique thing we've done with the Element is we've got these serrated edges on the top face of the firebox throat. And what this does, if you sort of think about a golf ball as it flies through the air, it allows the ball to fly sort of straighter. We basically, what we want to do is break up some of the turbulence that you'd normally have as the heat and smoke sort of is moving so fast from the firebox side into the cook chamber. So rather than having swirling and spiraling and stalling and sort of random hotspots, this allows really nice laminar flow of air to just come up and over, get that really nice top-down heat, and get drawn back down through the collector, out the chimney, super low restriction, and just a really nice end-to-end even cooking temperature. So all of these grates are entirely usable, as opposed to normally having this much of your grate completely unusable through the radiant heat from the firebox side. Doors are fully braced and gasketed. Got a Terreton monitor in the centre. Got a really nice chassis on these. We're quite proud of these. Lovely little details down there. Coach bolted in with 10mm M10 coach bolts. There's 1800 kilo rated casters, cast iron cores, polyurethane on the outside. So we've got a foldable stack of standard. So obviously if you've got to take this into a garage, just helps, you know, fold that down. Wing nut to just unscrew. Got a really nice chimney damper, just opens like that. And just in terms of the overall aesthetic design, we've tried to keep it sort of sleek and, you know, classic in a sense, but just give it some really nice accents and embellishments. The way we've done the hinge geometry, the sort of offsets for the cutouts, almost like heat sinks, but, you know, just tying everything together to have a sort of one cohesive set of design language throughout. Yeah, so that's been the walkthrough of the Element. We also have a lot of custom options as standard, but also if you've got any bespoke requests, more than happy to have a chat with you and see what we can do for you. What we've got here is a base model Element with a few little upgrades to it. We've actually done our force patina finish to it. So we acid wash it down with salt and various different solutions that we make, and let it rust naturally. And then we'll coat it with boiled linseed oil coating, as we do with all our pits. Just get a really nice sort of steampunky, sort of aged leather vibe to it. Also what we've got on the front is a custom foldable stainless shelf. These will be standard upgrades as well to the Elements. On the back here, we've got the fully sealed firebox, and then we also have the insulated bottom section in the firebox, ceramic fibre in there as well.
So here we are at the workshop where we fabricate our smokers. As you can see, some of the parts are pretty impressive. I'll just run through a few bits and bobs what we've got, just so you can see how we put these things together. So all of our parts come in laser cut like this for different models. If I can show you on, if I can find one on here, there we go. Everything has its own part number, all laser etched, so we don't make a mistake and give people the wrong parts for their smoker. So typically across here we've got all the grill grate sliders, all pre-cut, laser cut and folded. And then all down here, all the hinges, all the little bits really, like on the top of here, all the laser cut hinges for the doors. Down the bottom are all the grill grates, collectors, axles. We tend to sub-assemble everything first, so we'll sub-assemble an entire axle, we'll sub-assemble a complete collector like that, and then we can build off the tube onto the chassis. So we try and keep a stock of logos, different sizes for different models as well. Okay, so on here, so what we've got is the upgraded stainless grates, which are 30/30 box section, laser cut handle, burger smashers, that's the elite, and the pros, 10mm stainless, everything stainless. Large fire basket, all laser cut. That's the beginning of a scraper before we put the handle on to clean the grills. Actually fits that one. So lead time at the minute is about 2.5 months with any of our smokers. Typically something like this could take us about a week or so to put together. Something like the Terreton, 2 weeks, 3 weeks build. In that, there's a lot of work in something like that. As for delivery, it's trusty old Land Rover with a trailer, and the chances are you will have me knocking at your door with one of our pits.
So we're doing now a walkthrough of a totally custom smoker by request of one of our customers, where he wanted one of our Terreton 200 fireboxes merged onto what we had at the time was a Fractal 140, but we've actually extended the cook chamber to a 200 US gallon volume, so taking that forward by about 30-40 centimeters. What's also great about this is we're now doing a new chassis / undercarriage, whereas before we were using largely box section. We're now doing a fully fabricated sort of 3D design, which just really fits the heft of this in particular, but that's also going to be on our Fractal 140s as standard. We will also make the Fractal 200s, which is effectively the 140 but a bit more extended, so keep your eyes up for that. So yeah, here's our airflow options on this one, and the reason this sort of came to sort of a rack and pinion style system. We've got our top airflow vents, lower airflow vents. I've talked about this in a few other videos, but just to go over it in a bit more detail, the reason we have these upper air inlets is not just for aesthetics, they actually are quite functional. So if you think about a wood fire stove, we effectively want an air wash. These act as an air wash, where draw cold air in through these upper vents, bypass the lower fire, and due to the action of the chimney, that cold air gets sucked into the main cook chamber to equalise the temps a little bit more in there, because one thing you can often happen with fully insulated fireboxes is that temps get a little bit too hot. They can sort of run away from you just due to how efficient they are. So by having this upper air wash, you're able to still keep the efficiency of having an insulated firebox, but actually still have those nice low and slow temps. We've revised these hinges over the firebox just to tie in a bit more aesthetically with the hinge setup on the Fractal range. This is the fully insulated top lid, and on here we've changed up the grill grates slightly to again match the Fractal stainless grill grates. And if I open up the firebox, as you can see inside, you've got actually three different levels internally and one on the upper rack as well. So you can use this like a direct heat cooker. So I'll just give you a quick show inside. So yeah, as our regular Fractal 140, these are just a little bit bigger stainless grates. We've also got our dual flow set up in there. So what this allows you to do is just control the underside heat underneath your grill grates. A lot of that hot air as it comes in through the firebox is allowed to travel up rather than just scorching your food air as you do get with a lot of normal traditional flow offsets. The other benefit of this is that we aren't slowing down the flow at all, so you still get really good draw, really good convection. So yeah, fast moving air, good convection, and then you're also able to tailor how the air is moving in the pit with this. If I just place this back in, so we're not now sending all of that hot air to the top racks, we're actually sending it forward a bit more, giving you that versatility depending on how you want to set your pit up as you're doing your cooks. Foldable stack, a little bit extended for a bit of extra draw there. We've got also our tool hooks at the front there. Got a front handle, and like I said, we've slightly revised the chassis on this one, a little bit sort of more embellishments down the front, big chunky D-rings for movement. These are slightly uprated tyres, a bit more aggressive tread. Yeah, so that's a pretty good overview of this beast right here. So if you like what you see and you've got any questions, please feel free to pop me a message, and also keep your eyes out for any more open days that we'll be doing in the future where you can come and have a go on these and experiment for yourself and see if they live up to the hype. Fire across any emails, all of our contact details are down below, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.